Welcome to Aphra's Artifacts, where we do some archaeology of our own and dig into the queer side of Star Wars. I'm your host, Alia Morgaine, and it's so great to have you here. Happy May the 4th, y'all! I hope y'all have had a fabulous, fabulous day filled with all sorts of Star Wars awesomeness. I have done my best to enjoy myself. At least at the time of this recording, I have plans. So, I hope to also have a fabulous May the 4th. So today I wanted to do a different sort of episode to celebrate May the 4th. We're going to go back to Aphra's roots. Her roots as an individual character. So not as far back as the Darth Vader comic, but her first comic run. So here are my top 5 favorite issues from the first run of Doctor Aphra. So, number 5. The number 2 annual issue, Winloss and Nokk by Spurrier. And, oh my gosh, y'all, the husband, Winloss, is a human. The wife, Nokk, is a Trandoshan. A Trandoshan and a human together. And they are the cutest married couple ever. I love them so much. And Nokk actually happens to be a very pacifistic Trandoshan. She doesn't want to harm a fly. She's strictly in the beast hunting business for the capture, not the kill. So they're beast hunters. I didn't say that part. It is a funny and a fabulous, fabulous issue. It's a bit of a sidestep, but it's well worth the read and makes you want there to be a Winloss and Nokk series. It's so good. Okay, now this is going to be rapid fire because I want to do this quick because number 1 has a lot to it. So number 4, Doctor Aphra number 17, Remastered Part 4 by Kieron, Gillen, and Spurrier. So in this issue, we have, check out the picture, Hera with a big bow on her head as a gift to get Aphra's crew into Hive Base 1. Hive Base 1 being where 000's memories are stored. And 000 really, really, really wants his memories back. So it's a crazy issue. It's a setup for getting those memories back. And there is some great interaction between Tolvin and Aphra. And a lot of my top 5 has to do with Tolvin and Aphra. Just putting that out there right now. So in the previous issue, they had kissed. And referring to this shared kiss in the previous issue, Aphra says, "You already kind of fraternized a bit, and I am totally on board with repeat fraternization, FYI. I love it. I love it. I love it. But at the same time that Tolvin is being pulled towards Aphra, like wants so bad to be with Aphra or to see what's going on with Aphra from a romantic perspective, she also still wants to know who Aphra is, what she's doing from an Imperial perspective, and why Vader deleted her records. So this is before they're truly together. They're just starting their flirtation. Now, number 3 jumps forward a great deal. This is number 39, A Rogue's End, Part 3, Destination Hoth by Spurrier. And it shows us so Tolvin's a rebel at this point. Tolvin has already left the Imperials. She's now a rebel. It's post what happens in my number 2 issue, which is going to be a little confusing, but I'll get to that in a minute. So basically there's bad blood between the two of them. Between Aphra and Tolvin, there's bad blood at this point. And Tolvin even thinks that Aphra's dead. So it's all sorts of bad. And they are communicating with each other bickering and pointing out all of each of their negative attributes until they kiss. And the panel for their kiss is absolutely gorgeous. Check it out here. It's super, super pretty. I just love it. And a quote from one of the characters in the issue about Aphra to Tolvin is, "I forgot how sneaky she is. I can see why you like her." Which is just perfect. It's because it's totally Aphra. And the cool thing about this conversation is that much of it happens between the electro tattoos that they now both have. Because Tolvin got electro tattoos to get them out of a Kresker jail, get Aphra out of a Kresker jail, and now they both have electro tattoos that they can communicate with each other through. So it adds this whole other level of like, we are not together anymore, but we are connected. And it's good stuff. So number 2. Number 25, The Catastrophe Con, Part 6 by Spurrier. And this is the issue that leads to them no longer being together. It is heartbreaking. It is intense. I can't believe I did not cry during reading this issue. It is so emotional. Oh my goodness. So, Bor Ephraim. Remember Bor Gullet from Rogue One? Well, Bor Ephraim is the same type of creature and can wipe your mind. So, Vader's almost at a Kresker jail. So, Aphra's incarcerated at a Kresker jail at this point, and Vader is on the hunt. And Aphra wants to wipe her mind so that Vader cannot search her memory to discover all the people she told about his secret plan to overthrow Palpatine. Now, we all know that Palpatine's not really going to care about Vader having a plan to overthrow him because that's the whole point of being a Sith. But Aphra doesn't know this. And Aphra is desperate to save the people that she loves because deep, deep down, this woman is super caring and super loving. Tolvin says that she loves Aphra. She says, "I love you," and then asks Aphra to wipe her mind instead. And this is where the heartbreak begins. And check out the panel here. It is, you see the anguish in Aphra's face. Just utter anguish. She ends up telling Tolvin, or wiping Tolvin's mind and rewriting her memories to that Aphra died. Which is one of the reasons why Tolvin is so angry with Aphra. Because it wasn't like Aphra didn't exist, but that she died. And Tolvin mourns her and grieves her. And then finds out she's still alive. Which led to the number 3 issue being so contentious between the two. So finally, number 1. And this one is actually the issue after number 3. Number 40. A Rogue's End Part 4. Destination Hoth by Spurrier. This issue was the final chapter of the first Doctor Aphra run. If you don't count the kind of epilogue issue inside of Empire Ascendant, the kind of mega volume. But this was the true last issue of the first Doctor Aphra run. There is lots of introspection as Aphra contemplates her life, her choices, and what it all means to her as she makes a recording she plans on sending to those she loves. And those she loves includes Velada, the girl that she sort of took on, her father, and Tolvin. And the 3 of them come together at the rebel base on Hoth. Her loved ones come together and support each other. And it is so heartwarming and so freaking beautiful. And so in this issue, Aphra's basically leading Vader away from Hoth. She tells him that the rebel base is at a very cold place, but takes him to the meridional ice cap of the planet Tython, where there's an ancient Force temple containing a confessional that is a powerful Force nexus and ability inhibitor. Guess where she takes Vader? So Vader is like locked in this Force inhibiting chamber, and she basically makes it so that all hell breaks loose and the rebels are safe for at least a few more weeks. And it is so powerful that she does this. She just wants to protect the people she loves. So here are a few quotes. Mind you, even if I do deserve exactly what I get, even if you can depend on me to cheat and betray and leave every damn thing on fire, including my own stupid heart, still, you can't deny it. Nobody ever got anywhere trying to second guess Chelly Aphra. Another one. You know, I spent most of my adult life kind of hot for discipline. The idea of it, I mean. Oh, not just the girls in uniform thing, although sure, that. But mostly, a galaxy like this, the jackboot always felt safer than the jungle. I guess it's about time I admit I always made a little exception for myself. Like, the tyrannical forces of brutally imposed order sure are impressive, just as long as they're pointed at someone else. And then, being a one-woman trail of destruction hasn't exactly brought me health and happiness. Know what I mean? And finally, and this ties in directly to what she has done to help the Rebel Alliance. Time is the only gift an irredeemable disaster can give to anyone. Oh my gosh. Her heart is so big. She is a terrible human being so much of the time, but her heart, when it comes to the people she cares about, is huge and so loving. And Aphra's fabulous, so go check her out if you haven't already. I, again, recommend these top 5 issues for sure, although they would make sense, except for the annual. The annual you can read without reading anything else, and it makes perfect sense. But the others, you would have to read them in context for them to make as big an impact as they do. But it's definitely a primer on Aphra, these 5 issues. Primer on Aphra, who she is, what she stands for, and what she's been through. So I'll leave in the description down below this list of my top 5 favorite issues from the first Doctor Aphra run. So comment down below what your favorite Aphra issue is from the first comic run. I'd love to know. I would love to know. And remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter at AliaMorgaine. And if you're interested in my full reviews of each of these comics, they're all on the StarWarsReview.blogspot.com. Come back next week, Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, and may the 4th be with you.